Welcome back to Silver Bullet Streaming, and I got a little treat for you today. I might do another one of these videos, I'm not sure, but I have a creation of a YouTube video using my Friday the 13th Killer Puzzle Daily Death puzzles, and this was the latest one for the 24th, the Christmas Eve puzzle, even though it's not Christmas Eve yet, because I do mine in advance, but I show me doing the video, even though I already knew what to do, the editing in Davinci Resolve 16, the Photopea thumbnail editing for to put on YouTube for as a thumbnail, and the upload process itself in YouTube. So I hope you enjoy, hope you like it. I hope maybe that answers some of the questions for someone else that maybe be interested in doing this. I could do a little more in-depth editing video if someone wanted to, like one of my Gears of War videos where I have tons of clips and tons of videos and I'm trying to kind of blend all together. So let me know. Leave in the comments. Let me know what you thought of the video. Let me know about your day. Let me know about, anything. Just send some love, some likes, do all the fun stuff. All right. Like I said, this was captured from my Twitch stream. Go catch me on Twitch at Silver Bullet Streaming on Twitch. I know, really original, because, hey, this is what you got in this channel, right? And like, subscribe, follow, do all the things. Share with your friends, share with your neighbors, share with your dog. I don't know. Do what you got to do. And until next time, have a great day. Have a great holiday season. And I'm Wolfman, and I'm out. Get a double kill with our severed arm. Frozen Jason can kill from other. Well, don't screw this up, that is. Right, success. arm through the heart. Lovely, perfect. Alrighty. Alright, so for those of you on YouTube, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, do all the fun things. Come back tomorrow for another video. I am Twitch streaming now, so make sure you go and follow my Twitch, follow my Twitter, do all the fun things that you know you should be doing because you love watching my videos. Well, maybe you don't love them, but you like them. Anyway, till next time, I'm Wolfman, and I'm out. Okay, so right now I am off on my other monitor, searching for my folder location of where my video is, and I just slid it over here, and I'm going to take a screenshot and use that to edit my thumbnail. Oh, now it's key that when I take my screenshot that I get those bars out so I don't have to mess with extra shit, extra stuff. Shh, I cursed. Yeah, because that doesn't happen on this site at all. So everything goes smooth and whatnot when I go to edit. Alright, I'm doing some stuff off screen. So I just took a screenshot of my video to make my thumbnail using the Windows button and the print screen. Now I gotta go find it. Should be here. Screenshots. Crop this out. Both monitors. Save a copy. I drag this over to my other folder. Stuff that I post, my PNGs and overlays and stuff. There. Bing. Your video's up. I am going to make the thumbnail first. Probably take me the longest. Not that it takes that long, but I use this online. It's like a Photoshop, but it's through your browser. It's called Photopea.com, as you can see. I personally enjoy it. Better than like the Windows editor or whatever. I don't have money for Photoshop or anything, so this did some YouTube searching, and this came up, and it works. I do all my stuff in it. I'm no expert at it, mind you, but I get the job done. I'm gonna open up a new project. Always make the background transparent. This is all sorts of different things in here that you could pick. It just automatically comes up as 1280 by 720 for me, which is what I need for my YouTube thumbnails, and it works out perfect. So I'm just going to create. Then I'm going to drag my photo that I want to use for my thumbnail. Boom, just like that. Fortunately, not big enough. Normally they are. I don't know why that one wasn't. I used to use the Xbox app for it, but the GameBar, and it worked perfectly. Everything, fit to scale perfect, and I had no issues. But the GameBar takes up too much resources when trying to stream, so it didn't work out for me. So then we are going to fill in the background here. So you got this little square here, a gradient tool, but there's also a paint bucket tool right under it. And here's our paint colors, black under there. Oh yeah, you know what? I gotta unlock. Sorry, gotta unlock. Gotta click on background, unlock it. Then we click it and it fills it in. Covers that. Then we're gonna go to our rectangle. I don't always like some of this stuff showing. Then we're gonna make our little rectangle, and this one right here in the corner fills it. And there's other objects you can make, other shapes and stuff. That in. Make another one to cover her head because our logo is going to be right there. I don't always do this for all of them, but I think I'm going to start doing it. I used to just cover her face up. Now, it's not perfect, unfortunately, but and on the blending options, and I probably should have did this in the first place when I picked the color. So we can go to color overlay. So it changes the color, and click on this here, and then on a background of the picture. Take that color, or whatever it is, and then boom. See, now that slightly darker black is not noticeable. Shape number 2, we can do the same thing. Color overlay on the black. Then we click over here, and this is just chooses like whatever color you pick on. So if I wanted to make it like this color and match it, I can click that. And the matches mask color, I click that. It comes in handy. I mean, on all sorts of different, change it. But we want it to match right next to where it's at. So that it. Go to shape number 3. Do the same thing. I didn't tell you what to do. So I am right clicking and then go in the blending options on there. There's all sorts of different things. Go to color overlay. Move these out. It's kind of screwed out of the way first so you can see what you're doing. Overlay, color, going next to it. Okay. Okay, and then our black boxes aren't all the way gone. Oh, we actually did it for the wrong one. That would be why. There we go. Everyone screws up. That'd be why the color was clicked on already. Overlay. Okay. Color. Happens when you do this stuff for the first time on live stream. Skip steps. Color that. Pick our color. It's near. Boom. All the boxes blended in. You wouldn't even know they're there. They're just different layers. You do like have to move them on here. So like this background in the back is always like the bottom layer. That's why the screenshot is on top of it. You can see it, but if I remove the screenshot, everything stays black. So you click on these little eyes, you can make stuff disappear. It's quite convenient. See, everything disappears. That screenshot is on the bottom. These are all over top. So then I'm going to go my folder here, which I have on my other monitor. See my folder with all my stuff in it. Files here that I made and then also edited other pictures. Friday 13th. Now it came on the bottom, so I got to move it up to the top. And then now we are able to size it up. So then you just click on the little arrow there, and then see it came back on here, but if it's not there, you just transform controls there. You just click that. Drag it to whatever size you want it. I like that size. No, it covers up JSON a little bit, but that's all right. Back out of the way. We don't need that anymore. Now we just put our little title on here. Pick a font. Now I usually go with 2 different fonts. I'll show you what they look like. I used to use, so I click on this little star here. And now you can click on these, excuse me, you can click on these little stars here, and they can get favorited. And then you can click on this and you see your list. So these are like my favorite fonts that I use. Now you can only hold all of these. You can't just put like a million of them in there, unfortunately. They start to disappear in the order that you put them in after you start clicking on. I made that mistake trying to, and then I had to go back on. So I usually use Plasma Drip, but lately I've been using True Crimes, which is like my main font for the site and everything. I actually like the way everything looks. So I will go back and do a bloody drip just for the sake of it. Make it a little Christmassy color too when we do it. So bloody drip. I remember the size. I think it's 100 for this. You can change that up. I'll show you how to do that too. Change it to white. We're going to change the color anyway. We just want something that we can really see and notice. Or daily death. And we're going to change font. So we click the little check mark up there to show that we're done with it. I'll highlight it. Say we want to do it 120. A little check mark. And it'll set. Now what's great about this part is now it's in at 120. I can hit 150. And there's no check mark right there, but I can click that and it'll auto change. So as long as you don't click on anything else, you can mess with the size. So it's a little big. It doesn't 100% match my, the next font underneath it because we're going to put the date under there. Do 120. And now, sometimes I have a hard time clicking for like the next line that I want to put underneath it. You could just hit enter and it'll just like a regular font, it'll put it underneath. But there's usually too big of a separation. And then if you say you want to do a gradient overlay where you have multicolors in there, I'll show you later, it doesn't come out right because it does it over the whole thing and not just like per line. I gotta do them separately, which is why I'm doing this separately. So the trick for getting like multiple lines closer together and so you can actually click on it without editing that line on even though you don't mean to, and you click the check mark and everything. Just make it disappear. Just a little icon. You're not deleting it. You're just making it disappear. So you can click there. We're not working on that line anymore. And it's tomorrow, so it's 24th, 2019. Work on 120. Then we click on the little arrow up here, and we can slide this where we want it. Actually, I'm going to make another box over that arm. Normally I wouldn't, but doing things a little different than some of my other ones on boxes. Box. Blending. Overlay. Color. Done. I'm gonna put the text kind of in order. Sorry if I wasn't speaking audibly enough. Still getting used to the speaking into the mic thing. Alright, so now we have our December 24th. Just click on the arrow thing up here again, and we can drag it wherever we want. Make our daily death back visible again so we can see where that is. So actually, we're going to move that. So we're going to click on daily death. We're going to move that one up a little bit. Be like there. There. Doesn't look. No, just center. All right, there we go. So now that that's all done, or if these transform controls, always turn them back on later. It looks good, but it looks kind of flat. It's just generic. It's not anything crazy. So then we are going to go into our whatever we're picking. So we're going to pick the daily death. We're going to right click again. We're going to our blending options. And then click on bevel and emboss. This puts an inner bevel on or an outer bevel. I haven't messed with some of this other stuff in here. I like chiseled hard. And sometimes with this font specifically, this one looks better with an inner bevel compared to the outer bevel, but normally on other fonts the outer bevel looks better. So I'll show you the outer. I usually turn the depth up a lot, pretty high, around the 600s, 5 and 600. You can adjust this, see how it changes, makes it kind of like a 3D looking print now. You can get crazy on it. Yeah, doesn't look right for the size. You gotta pick like 10 is probably pretty good for this size. Like I said, I like the inner sometimes. So we're gonna see how they both look. So I'm gonna do an outer first. I like to throw contour on it, gives a little extra, especially with the blood drip. Kind of gets make it pop a little better. All right, so now depending on color you choose, stroke is important. So we're probably gonna do a black, just to kind of highlight outside. We might take it off. I don't know. It all depends on how it looks. I like to keep it at 3, keep it on there, and then here's our gradient overlay. And I see it's automatically set the black, silver to white-ish, and you can adjust that. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on that. And these two top boxes, I'm not 100% sure what they're for, but I can never get them to work the way I want them to. So if you click on this, it adjusts the black and it creeps it up picture. You click on this, creeps the white. What we're going to do is we are going to put the black dead square in the middle, 50%. Add another color there. So this color, do green on top, black in the middle, red on the bottom. We don't get a good mixer. We're gonna have to mix that up for this font. Actually, I might do the white in the middle. Make it like a Christmassy. We're gonna creep in on the white. There we go. There are 3 colors. It's kind of Christmassy. I don't know. I think I do like the black in the middle, but no, that's not that Christmassy either. But we can delete it. Delete the middle, and we can adjust our red-green sliders here. Don't exactly look the greatest. Maybe that ugly orange in the middle there. Ugly orange brown. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Go with the white. Just gonna make it small. Oh, we can do. Delete the white out. Half and half. And then our stroke, we can make that white. Now it's a little too white. So you can adjust the color. And it doesn't really look right. Stay with the black. Okay that. Actually, we're gonna go back in there. I forgot, I'm gonna show you the inner bevel. Change the inner bevel, that's what that looks like. It gets a little more definition at like a 3 or 4. A little more 3D without getting too pointy. Like once you start getting like up closer to 10, it's very pointy. Where if it was a bigger font, it wouldn't look as bad. I do like it. This has got a little more texture. Stroke looks like better white on. Not really. Just leave it like that. All right, so now the cool thing is when we go to do it on this one, we go our right click, blending option. Like auto has your last setting saved on there if it has nothing there. So as soon as I clicked on it, it matched it with the top. And then when I go to click on gradient overlay, matched it also. But I think I might want to flip these two, make it like green, red, and then green again. That's easier than the gradient overlay. Click on that, change your color to red. This one, change your color or green. Boom, done. I shall save it, export it as a PNG. You could do JPG also, whatever file I want to use. I like PNGs, usually a little more detail. There's our thumbnail. So we can close this out. We can leave. We saved it. Our Davinci Resolve up. I just started using this program about 2 weeks ago. All my videos are edited with this recently. It is a pain in the ass to figure out a little bit. I watched a lot of video on it. It does crash, especially when you do really long editing. And I've lost a good amount of projects already. Kind of sucks. So, but there is a couple of different backup ways to back stuff up. I'm not going to get into that. But there's a live backup. There's another backup setting. And it actually works out pretty well. So I kind of have like one of my intro videos set up there so I can change music or whatever I want on it. I had this 60 FPS file where it's set to save everything at 60 frames on the back. So what I do is I click on that, it opens it up. I click on the little edit thing down there, and then I shall save as, and then whatever project I'm working on. So we're just working on the Friday 13th videos. I'll just put F13, the date, save it. So now it transfers to another file. So the other one is unaffected, and you have a base template that like already set up. Where is it? I mean, maybe I'll show you briefly. I remember where it is. One of the settings. Maybe it's preferences. Go to user. Project save and load. I turn on the live save and then I have project backups. And then it can select where you want your backups to be set. And then what it does is you don't delete the files, which is nice. Like other programs will just like make a copy of everything. It just sucks up storage on your PC. It just makes a copy of where stuff is and how you have it laid out. And it doesn't like copy it over, which is great. It doesn't suck up a ton of space everywhere every time you have a backup. It just kind of saves a template and then moves everything. So as long as you don't move stuff or rename it, as long as you have this set up here, which I personally like, some people might not like that, it works out nicely. Give me a sec here. I'm trying to deny this phone call live stream. Getting my clock back. That's how I do my Friday 13th videos ahead of time. If I change the clock, I'm like, shh, it's a secret. Alright, so that's that. And you just save it and select where you want your files, and it works out nicely. So no more lost videos. Still have my intro video that I use all the time, most part. I just drag it over in this media pool. Now you can make this media pool disappear. You can bring it back up. That's the media pool. That holds that there until I'm ready to use it. And then, for instance, like right now, we could just drag it over, but I want to drag over our main video over into it first. So they're kind of neatly set up, because as soon as I drag this down in here, it's going to set a timeline and it would put it in between. So now we have a timeline where my cursor is now. This is your finished product where you can play there, and this is your editing timeline, which is awesome. Because I could bring this over into there, just drag it in there, and now I can choose where I want to start from, because I don't have it exactly in the perfect spot. As soon as it starts, and I can edit it. Alright, well actually I did record this one a little. Alright, so I'm going to stop that for a second. Now you can set your in point and your out point with the I and the O button. So I'm only going to go in like a second or two, and then I'm going to hit my in button, hit play. See, alright, so now it has like a couple second delay before you hear my voice come in. Yep. Out where the end of this I want. Alright, so I'll do that. I mean, you can click anywhere on there, and then you can transfer the file down. Like, alright, so for instance, like if I wanted the out to be there, and then it'll only take from there to there in the file, and I just put it in my my capture down there, in my timeline. Sorry, words, timeline. I'm gonna leave it there. Probably just run it for the full. And then sometimes I like to put them separately on their own tracks there. We'll see how I sound. It might raise the volume in here. So this little bar there is the volume. You can very easily edit your volume and add like delays and whatnot into it. I'm gonna hit the plus button, open it up a little bit, magnify it. So I'm gonna put a fade on the sound in here. So I'll see this little white arrow there. Oh no, get it just right. Being cooperative figures. There goes the doggo. This one caught right on this side. That's how many seconds it can put a fade. You can fade in, fade out on the music. Put a fade out. There we go. 1 second fade in. So obnoxious, you can do that on your voice also on here. And then now we can hit play on this side. Intro. And it fades out right into the video. The voice volume's okay, but I might jump it up like a couple decimals. Pause it. Might throw a little tiny fade on this one. Like, well, now I'll do 30 seconds or half a second. Now we'll do like a second. Move the back of the bar there, but then I can just grab the slider. Play. All right. Not that it really needs that, but put it on there anyway. That's all set. Pause it. Raise the volume up 3.5 decibels. A little louder. Okay with that. Now, if you record a separate auto track, which I normally do, I use Audacity. I record a track and then you just drag it over. Then you place it under this one. But you can drag it in the media pool, and then you can drag it under and make a third audio. Now, if I was dragging something over, it'd give you the option of better do it. You can shrink this if you want. Shrink those pictures up top. Have more room down here. You can adjust this. Make it work a little better. I think everything is good on here. Set to go. Then not to mess with anything anymore. Everything is good. Like how everything is. For shits and giggles, we'll add a outro with the Twitch and Twitter. Just throw that on there instead of in the media pool. You can just throw stuff straight in. It is auto set right now for 5 seconds. I don't know if I want to leave it at 5. I'm going to leave it up for 3 seconds. So I can just left click on this. And you see this little opposite parentheses things here. And then you can make it longer or shorter. And this works with any editing. Then the bottom is my time. Then I'm minusing 4 seconds for what was that when I clicked on it over here originally. Three seconds. All right, and that's it. We go over here and change our title. Okay. Puzzle. Death. December 4th. Christmas Eve, Frozen Jason. And you can choose your personal file preference. I always change to MP4. I don't know, I'm just used to it. Then you can set all your different, so like my frame rate's automatically set to 60 because everything's 60, it all matches. Let me add to a render queue. Start our render. And depending on your computer, they'll run faster or slower. I have 32 gigs of RAM at 3600 megahertz, so I tend to render stuff a little faster. Wish that translated over the streaming, but not always. Our video is done. Go over and check to make sure everything is good. Finished folder. Everything is good. It seems I skipped around. I did make that intro in Photopea. It was a royal pain in the ass, but and then the way I did it and saved all the files, I then put it in here in my intro video, and it kind of turned it into an animation, even though it's not perfect. I could have made it perfect, but I didn't want to spend several hours on it. Instead, I just wanted to spend 2 hours on it. It would have taken like probably like 6 hours. No, maybe not that long, but I know a little more what I'm doing now. All right, so we can close on this out. Not to save anything. Auto saved it. Not that we need it saved. Video was good. We'll bring up our YouTube. YouTube Studio. File you want. Take that in there, and it will upload your file. Double check Friday the 13th. Post out death. Blah, blah, blah. Set for stuff there. We'll get our thumbnail. Drag our thumbnail. Put that in. It'll process it. All that stuff is good. Put it in. Playlist for Friday the 13th Killer Puzzle Daily Death. There we go. No, it is not made for kids. More options. Got a couple tags for misspellings. I don't know if this ever works any better or worse. I don't know. For 2019 is a separate one. December 24th in 2019. Then we'll do Daily Death. Puzzle. Gaming category. Friday the 13th. Killer Puzzle. And then it's such a small video and recorded with OBS, it doesn't huge file sizes. Well, like I said, I was using GameBar, but now I'm recording with Streamlabs OBS. Got to work in the files. They're so much quicker to upload because they're a lot smaller, and YouTube doesn't have to compress them really. They're already pre-compressed for the most part. Click next. We'll add a end screen. Not a lot of people usually click on these, but I like having them on there just in case. And I just kind of, depending on what I'm doing, I import it from a previous video. So just import it from my last Friday the 13th video, kind of keep them uniform for the most part. You can change stuff around. In the last 20 seconds of the video, it goes there, and I'll save it. Turn to YouTube Studio. Dump that. Now, public and publish. And the video is live. And that's it. And we're in about 45 minutes. It took me probably about 10 minutes, not even to figure that puzzle out. And yeah, I mean, excuse me, that's the creative process of making my Friday the 13th videos. I hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, follow, do all the fun things, share. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Facebook, follow me on YouTube. Man, I'm pulling mine like I'm being stupid. And Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, all those things. Follow me on those. being stupid with this ending here. So I'm ending it now. Hope everyone enjoyed. Alright, until next time, Wolfman, I am going to go live again soon. Do my Gears dailies.